When I first saw the news break that Klieman was retiring, my jaw hit the floor. From an outsider, it was unexpected. He was the school's second winningest head coach behind Bill Snyder and finishes his career third in all-time winning percentage. The man they are replacing him with, though, is a Kansas State legend in himself, albeit as a player, as it is former offensive coordinator Colin Klein. This whole coaching carousel is insane, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with it going forward. Kansas State just shocked the college football world. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you would grade the Colin Klein hire in the comment section below. When I woke up yesterday morning, the last thing I expected was for Klieman to announce his retirement as Kansas State's head coach. I was in such disbelief. I texted to Luke's, and as a Kansas State fan himself, he had no idea if it was true or not. This move was so under wraps and so crazy it felt unbelievable. But it turns out Klieman truly is retiring. Klieman found so much success through his 35-year coaching career that dates back to 1991. He led North Dakota State to 4 FCS national titles and a 69-6 record. He took over a Kansas State team that was 5-7 and had missed their first bowl game since 2009. He also was stepping into legendary shoes as Bill Snyder decided to retire for the second time. The last guy to replace Snyder, Ron Prince, went 17-20 and was so bad it forced Snyder out of retirement. Klieman would be the opposite of Prince. He stepped in and started winning. An 8-5 record in 2019 and 2021, Kansas State's first outright conference title since 2003 when they upset TCU in the Big 12 title game to finish 10-4, followed by 2 back-to-back 9-4 seasons in 2023 and 2024. The Wildcats entered the 2025 season with a lot of hope. The season would not go as planned as they would finish the year 6-6. There was no one talking about the idea that Klieman may retire, but then the news would break that he was going to, and was going to be replaced by Colin Klein. There were signs of things being fractured, but you could tell Klieman loved Kansas State. Following the loss to Utah, he said this.
Heartbroken for the kids and for the loss. But it's one of the greatest efforts I've been a part of. One of the greatest efforts I've been a part of as a coach. And it's hard to say this because we lost the game. We're down so many players. And I know a lot of people thought we'd come over here and lay down. And that maybe the kids had cashed it in because I've heard it enough. I've cashed it in. I've heard the players have cashed it in. We need to get new leadership here. We need to get new players, new coaches. I'm tired of it. I gotta be honest with you, I'm tired of it. I've given my friggin' ass life for this place for 7 years. I've given everything for 7 years. And I think I deserve a little bit of respect. I'm frustrated like everybody else is, but I love those kids. I'm gonna go friggin' battle with those kids any day. That's a top 10 team in the country, one of the best offenses in the country, and one of the best defenses in the country that we rushed for 472 yards on.
He led the Wildcats to 6 bowl games and an overall record of 54-34. Klieman had the most wins among active Big 12 coaches, and he beat Kansas every year he was head coach. He said in a press release yesterday, "After many deep and thoughtful conversations with my family, we have decided that the time is right for me to retire from coaching. This decision was not taken lightly, and was a culmination of many factors, including my own personal health. I absolutely love coaching the game of football and developing players into young men, but now is the time for me to step away and spend more time with Rhonda and our 3 kids. I truly am thankful to Gene Taylor for trusting me with this program in 2018. We have accomplished many great things, including winning the 2022 Big 12 Championship. K-State will always be a special part of our family's story, and we will forever be Wildcats. while Athletic Director Gene Taylor said, "This has been an emotional day for myself, my family, and Coach Klieman. Our friendship and family go back to when we were first started working together at North Dakota State. Chris Klieman has built a program and culture that embodies what it means to be a K-Stater. Following a legend was no easy task, and he quickly established himself as one of the best coaches in the Big 12 Conference, one of the most successful in our program's history. He is a special person, and we have been fortunate to have him leading the young men in our program and being the first-class representative of Kansas State University. I will miss being able to work with Coach Klieman on a daily basis, and it has been an honor to do so the last several years. We wish him, Rhonda, and the kids all the success and happiness they desire as they enter the next phase of their lives." Klieman did something only Bill Snyder was able to accomplish: win consistently at Kansas State. It's going to be weird not seeing him on the sidelines come next season. It is a heartbreaking end to tenure. It's also exciting to see what Colin Klein can do as head coach. So I'm going to be honest, I officially feel old with Klein being named the head coach at Kansas State, as I remember watching him finish as a Heisman finalist as a kid for the Wildcats. Klein was a star quarterback for Kansas State, throwing for 4,673 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions, while also rushing for 2,455 yards and 55 touchdowns on the ground throughout his career. He led Kansas State to a 10-0 start in 2012 and an 11-2 overall record as they won a share of the Big 12 title and lost to Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl. He would also finish as a Heisman finalist that year. He would try out for the Houston Texans and spent a small period of time with the Montreal Alouettes at the CFL. He returned to Kansas State to serve as a grad assistant and the defensive quality control coach in 2014, would be named Northern Iowa's quarterback coach in 2016. In 2017, he returned to Kansas State, serving as the quarterback coach, and was named co-offense coordinator in 2018 during Snyder's last season as head coach. In 2019, Klein moved back to strictly just the quarterback coach when Klieman arrived, but would be named offense coordinator in 2022. In 2024, he would leave to become Texas A&M's offense coordinator and quarterback coach, where he has turned Marcel Reed into a Heisman candidate and has helped A&M become a college football playoff team. Texas A&M currently has the 16th best ranked scoring offense, averaging 36.3 points per game and averaging 454.4 yards per game. They have a balanced offense and have taken advantage of the star talent of Marcel Reed and Casey Concepcion. Klein will be entering a tough era of Big 12 football as Texas Tech and BYU are turning into juggernauts with their added investment. Oklahoma State hired Eric Morris, and who is to say whether Baylor or TCU will be able to turn things around next season. Lance Leipold is also still at Kansas. At the time of recording, Matt Campbell is still at Iowa State. The Big 12 is truly one of the more balanced conferences in the nation, and Klein is stepping into a program that historically has not had a lot of experience winning. Take out Klieman's and Snyder's record as head coach, and Kansas State is 315, 525, and 40, meaning they have a .358 winning percentage as a program. But Klein has played at Kansas State, while also coaching under two of the school's most successful coaches of all time, so he knows what he is walking into and has insight on how to win there. He also has learned under Mike Elko the past 2 seasons, who has turned into one of the best coaches in college football. Klein was a finalist for the Oklahoma State head coaching job, so it worked out for both parties that he ended up not getting it or not taking it, because there's no real information on whether he was truly offered it. He is only 36 years old, so I would expect him to put together a veteran assistant group. Can he continue the winning tradition that Snyder and Klieman have created at Kansas State, or will the Wildcats be going back to the dark days? Only time will tell. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the coaching change at Kansas State? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.